Greg.
Greg last day.
Myers. I know you're not in my 635 class. I've taken this semester since I'm the only male in the class.
No, I'm graduating. Trying to get through.
It makes it a little tough to have discussions when nothing, my perspective just doesn't relate to anybody else. Other than going with the teacher.
Yeah. When I teach online, English and history, I get
No, I drew those baby carrots myself.
You drew them?
I've heard of
And you babied them?
They're baby carrots.
Well, I teach the section of the LIS 200 here. And, I'll say something and I can see three faces. Okay, those three people understood what I said.
Yeah.
Everybody else, I have to explain what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's hard teaching online when your students are struggling with concepts.
Yeah, because you can't see that look on their face.
From Steve.
What?
What?
Just because I'm taught King Lear for
I also stress
read it
that.
59, I get it. But you're like, that's
Boy, my world is falling apart. Better go to
I struggle with every single semester.
I think that's what we could do.
I was thinking of what I'm doing. I know I haven't done as good a job as I should have teaching that class. But this past Thursday morning, senior
They're not.
in there.
I made authentic mocktails for the
I wish they
summer.
had me as a freshman.
Using Morgan's Meyer lemon water.
I must have done something right this semester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it. Hi,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Huh?
Lily, can you help me load the agenda on here? I'm not sure how to do
That was
it.
also like on Thursday. Hold on.
How do we do it?
Do I
Huh?
Really good thing.
hold on, go to.
The watermelon.
I downloaded it as a PDF.
What do you think you have to graduate?
Well, I work in academic library now. Definitely, but I want to be a librarian. I want to do digital humanities and outreach.
I think it's much
So
better
it's stuff
than
like
cucumber.
that kind of stuff. Or
I love
reference.
cucumber.
I like doing that as well.
Do you ever make cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches?
Are you feeling fancy? Like tea party dish?
It's like my feeling fancy and like spring.
Are you drinking tea?
I was having tea. They had it in London. I was like, this is so fancy. My friends
You do it with like sliced tomato.
watercress.
I would totally love to be like a fancy old bird.
So what are we, Maggie Smith and Dad? Which I'm sure after watching that show.
There was this woman at my friend's wedding yesterday. She was like probably.
Oh, wow.
Greg.
We've had classes together or not. Greg last day.
Myers. I know you're not in my 635 class. I've taken this semester since I'm the only male in the class.
No, I'm graduating. Trying to get through.
It makes it a little tough to have discussions when nothing, my perspective just doesn't relate to anybody else. Other than going with the teacher.
Yeah. When I teach online, English and history, I get
No, I drew those baby carrots myself.
You drew them?
I've heard of
And you babied them?
They're baby carrots.
Well, I teach the section of the LIS 200 here. And, you know, I'll say something and I can see three faces. Okay, those three people understood what I said.
Yeah.
For everybody else, I have to explain what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's hard teaching online when your students are struggling with concepts.
Yeah, because you can't see that look on their face.
From Steve.
What? What?
Just because I taught King Lear for
I also stress
read
that.
it 50 times, I get it. But, you know, like, that's
Boy, my world is falling apart. Better go to
I struggle with every single semester.
This is so cool.
I kind of think that's what we could do.
I was thinking of what I'm doing. I know I haven't done as good a job as teaching that class. But this past Thursday morning, senior
They're not.
there.
I made authentic mocktails for the
I wish they'd had me as a freshman.
using Morgan's Meyer lemon
Yeah.
water.
I must have done something right this semester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it. Hi,
Yeah.
Michelle.
Hey, Lily, can you help me load the agenda on here? I'm not sure how to do
That was
it.
also like on Thursday. Hold on.
How do I do it?
Thank you. I don't know if you can like
Huh?
as really good friend.
Hold on, go to.
The watermelon.
I downloaded it as a PDF.
What do you think of after graduation?
Well, I work in academic library now. Staff member. I want to be a librarian. I want to do digital humanities and outreach.
I think semester
Like
we get
stuff
on
like
Cucumber,
that
right?
kind of stuff.
I
Or
love
reference.
Cucumber.
I like doing that as well.
Reading the letters.
Do you ever make cucumber and cream cheese sandwiches?
I haven't, but I've had one.
I'm feeling fancy.
Like a
tea party-ish.
It's like my feeling fancy and like spring.
Make
It's
it
very
really
cute.
Drinking tea.
I was having tea. They had it in London. I was like, this is so fancy. My friend
You do it with like sliced tomato.
watercress.
I would totally love to be like a fancy old bird.
What are we, Maggie sniffing down? Which I'm correctly watching that show right
There
now.
was this woman at my friend's wedding yesterday. She was like probably
Oh wow, where are you from?
but like we were sitting around the table, all of us 20,
Thanks for
30
coming.
somethings, being like, so would you like trade
Uh-huh.
like she was dancing, she was so fashion. Like she was in these like palazzo pants with polka dot and this like white shirt.
Hey, everyone online, can you see that okay? I know it's really small. See if I can.
She was dancing us all under the table.
I think they can zoom in and scroll whenever.
Try that next because she was
Okay, awesome.
British cousins.
All right, and don't forget to change your chat to everyone. Garrett's calling me.
Oh, she probably I mean, maybe not.
Alright. No, she didn't. Thanks, Janet.
I'm her go-to.
Thank you, Allison.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Like 4:05 or say that again.
I just want to check my mic.
Oh, your mic is working.
Okay, cool. Oh, okay, thanks.
Can you talk again, Allison?
Yeah. I don't know how to turn my volume up though.
No, it's okay. I'm turning our volume up.
Oh, okay. I think mine's all the way.
Can everybody hear us over here?
Hello.
Yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just crack
You know what's going on downstairs?
I don't know, there's a kid.
There's always kids here on weekends. I don't know why, but it's just always kids everywhere. I'm not really sure. Cool. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Signs for History Day. On the parking garage.
I think those were there on Thursday too.
Is there any free parking? I park in the deck. Is there any free parking in campus, or should I stay at the deck?
All weekends it's free.
Huh.
So if you want to go move your car.
I don't know about the week.
I
don't
don't
know
think-
about the deck.
I think the deck still charges, but if you're parked like in a lot.
They'll give you a ticket to pay for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
Okay.
She said she's got a bunch of passes.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, if you're coming to like that section thing, they'll.
Yeah.
That's good. I was good.
It was a bagel of a part.
Can you taste it?
working through it.
With seeds.
Aren't basil seeds like really tiny too?
I think so. I planted it last year and then I was like,
You seeds.
I don't remember. A lot happened.
Grad school has
12 months. I think they're on the little guy. I forgot that was by the napkins different pattern. And I was like, whoa. Why didn't we all?
Are we recording? This is going to be the most boring recording.
We are recording. I was afraid I would forget it.
Or maybe I didn't hit record. Hold on.
It says recording.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's recording.
The red dot.
All right. Well, it's 4 or 5. Do we want to boogie too?
Yeah, I mean, I could text Tori, but at this point, giving us under a text.
She'll figure it out, right? We'll be here. So.
Oh, Tori knew it.
Yeah,
Right.
they were coming.
But they know.
Okay, here. Okay. Well, yeah, we can get started. For the agenda, starting off with just officer reports of what's gone on since the last meeting. I attended the Graduate Student Association meeting. Not a whole lot happened. They elected new officers. Everybody ran unopposed, so that went pretty quickly. Everybody. And most of the officers were already in other officer positions last year, so yeah, there's like, I think, one new person, so nothing too exciting there. And we did vote on reallocating some of the funding for the Grad Student Association because I guess at the beginning of the year, they decide how much of the funding is going to be allocated for covering the professional development fund and how much is going to go to the research capstone fund. And this year, they ran out of the research capstone fund and still had about $10,000 worth of applications put in for that. And then they had, I think, like almost $40,000 left over in the professional development fund that hadn't been used yet. So we voted to reallocate some of the professional development funding to cover the applications that were outstanding for the capstone fund. And then I think there's still money coming in monthly that doesn't get used for just different things. So the professional development fund still has quite a bit of money in there. So if you are going on any conferences, go ahead and put in your application to have that reimbursed. It's pretty easy. I did it not that long ago. You do need to get, as I found out, you do need to get your form signed by your faculty member or chair of the department, so I guess Dr. O'Connor, before you go, and then after you come back. I think you can probably, I don't know, it says original copies, but I doubt they're going to know the difference if it's that. So, or if you send it and she prints it out and then mails it or whatever. But you have to have that signed and then submit all your receipts and have it signed again, and you send it in, and they'll also reimburse that up to $425. So if you're going on any conferences, or if you've gone to a conference since July of last year, then you can, and you still have your receipts, you can get that reimbursed. All right, so again, then I went to the faculty meeting last month. The major thing they talked about there that's going to impact students going forward is that they're moving from the student learning outcomes to new program learning outcomes. And I don't know exactly what those are going to look like at the moment. See what? Oh, no, wow. Yes. So, and then they're talking about this may affect how the capstone course and practicum requirements are going to be. So, going forward.
So if someone's already enrolled, will they still be doing SLOs? Did they know?
For next year, like for students that are enrolled now, do you know for next year's capstone?
I mean, they'll have the option of either using the current ones or adopting the new ones.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will be grandfathered in and have a choice.
So you'll have a choice. You'll be able to see either one, I guess. And then eventually, for students enrolling this fall, they'll be using the new program learning outcomes and whatever. How different are they than like I don't.
They're pretty different.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I haven't seen them, so I can't say. So.
Any idea when those will be released?
It'll be this fall, right?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're. I'm trying. I mean, yeah, I guess they haven't been publicly released, but I mean, they've been adopted. But yeah, so I mean, I think if you want to see them now, just email Dr. O'Connor, and she can share them with you. They're not on the website or anything, but they've been approved by the faculty.
So do that after Tuesday, right?
Yeah. All right, and I think that's it for me. So, yeah, may or may not affect current students, but for future students. All right, so treasurer, that would be Hannah. All I have is 3 tote bags left, $10. I want to sell them for the end of the semester, so I don't want to leave them for the next treasurer.
Very nice of you.
Thank you. So if you want one, here they are.
They're displayed so nicely too. Look at that merchandise.
We only ordered what
we needed.
people bought. Yeah, they gave us some extra tote bags. Yeah, yeah, there was a mix up. We didn't pay for them, so it's like.
It'll just go into the food.
Yeah, cool. Yep, and I can work with you if I need to mail it or whatever.
Is there a payment plan?
$1 a day.
No. Okay. Okay, and communications manager.
Yes. So over the course of the last month, we've been trying to think of some new ways that we can, some new communication avenues that we can open up for our students, especially our distant students, to be feel more involved. So we've decided to start a UNCG LIS student Facebook group. It's a closed group. I'm going to put the link into it in the chat here. Professors aren't on it as of right now, and it's just, we put goofy stuff in there like library memes, and we talk about crazy things that happen at work. And one other thing that we do is we try and post events going on around us, so that if students, like there's a ASL deaf culture workshop coming up on campus that's free. I posted that, and there's a few students who were also interested, so we're going together. So it's just an opportunity for another place that we can connect, and hopefully not only connect online but connect in person. So we're kind of playing it by ear, see how it goes. We're hoping that maybe it'll continue on with other students. If you're alumni or you know alumni, we're welcoming them to come. And the reason we're doing this is it's hard to start discussions on Facebook pages like the LISSA page or the LIS page or the alumni page. Groups allow a little bit more discussions to happen. It's a little bit more organic. Everyone can post, everyone can see it. So if that's something you're interested in joining, check it out in the chat. And I think Michelle Morehouse, look at you, on the ball. Oh, and Melissa just approved you.
You know, is that anybody can post in it. So like the Facebook page, like basically only LISSA can post on it, but like anybody can post in the group and share it, and anybody can comment and start discussions on there. So, and I've seen some really cool, already some nice comments back and forth between alumni. I think that's what's really useful, having like recent alumni on there.
Yeah.
And students.
So yeah, if it's something you're interested in joining, and then also feel free to add your fellow students that you may be friends with on social media, and former alumni, or alumni. I guess they're not former alumni; they are alumni.
Hey guys, can I talk about the Asheville meetup coming up, or should I save that for events?
Either way, if you want to talk about it now, that's fine.
Whatever's easier. Okay. So I have sent out a survey through Greg about an upcoming Asheville meetup to go to UNC Asheville Special Collections and Archive. It's just kind of I've put 2 dates out there, either April 14th or April 21st. Both are Saturdays at 3 p.m. And Colin Reeve, who is a UNCG alumni, is going to give us a tour. And then afterward, we're going to go to New Belgium Brewery. So I've got 4 people who have signed up as of right now. And if you're interested in doing that, just check your email. And let me actually give you guys the link in the chat box.
Oh, I've got it, Allison.
Oh, you are on it. But yeah, we'd love to see you there and get a little behind-the-scenes tour.
Have you decided on a date on that yet, or not just yet?
Not yet. So I have put the survey out and should get it back. I'm going to look at the results probably tomorrow and just kind of see. It looks like right now we're going for April 21st. 4 people have said that that's good for them, whereas 3 people have said the 14th. So it's either April 14th or April 21st. But I know Morgan is making a really cool flyer that she will send out with the final date.
Let's not talk it up that much out.
I mean, but and then we'll get an RSVP thing going. So that should happen in the next week or so. So just kind of keep your eyes on your email if you're interested.
Okay, any more reports from officers? Everybody good? Okay, so news and reminders. The community service hours challenge, the last day for that is coming up at the end of this month. The timeline, the start of the challenge was August 15th. The last day that you can do hours is March 31st. And then you have until April 2nd to log your hours for review. So if you've done any community service since August 15th, you can still go back and log those. Yeah, I'm going to say yes, I already approved yours, Allison, so I think that's awesome. I put that on here, like, if anyone did alternative spring break.
Oh, well, I've got like 40 hours.
Yeah. If anyone did alternative spring break, like, go ahead and log that on there. The one thing I'll say is log it as 8 hours each day, because I think Allison had hers as 40 hours all on one day, and I was like, I don't know that might raise some red flags. So anyway, I went back. It's fine. I went back and put it in because I can go in and change it. So I'll put it in each day. So that's fine. I'll just copy and paste it. But if you want to go ahead and log that would be awesome. We already have like over 400 hours for our group, and if we can get like more than that, that'd be really great. I've nominated us for a community service award through the university for our student group. So the more hours we get before March 31st, that'd be awesome, and especially for people who've already done them. I mean, it takes 5 minutes to like log it on Spartan's Next. So.
And you can copy and paste.
You can copy it, right? You can copy and paste. Like if you regularly go, or if you go, if you volunteer at your local public library and you've done the same thing 6 times, like you can just copy paste your information and put it in each day. So it really doesn't take very long. We have 6 students who've already completed more than 24 hours each. So that was pretty awesome. And then Morgan has already done more than 125 hours all by herself. So that's the whole challenge. The idea was for student groups to do 125 hours, and Morgan totally rocked it and has done 125 hours just her. So we're super excited about that. Yeah. That's basically it. Make sure you log your alternative spring break and anything else you've done community service-wide. I sent out an email to everyone who is registered in Spartan Connect. You should have gotten that, and it had a link about how to log your service hours and like what counts as service hours and all that stuff. So should be pretty straightforward. So just make sure you log all that before April 2nd, and then I'll get on there on April 2nd and hit the approve button to everything, so it's all be good. Other news, elections, nominations are due on Wednesday. So that Google form has been out. I guess we should probably send that out again, maybe tomorrow or
Monday.
Just to remind people. And we've already had quite a few people nominated, which is good, and multiple people for each position. So
I feel like this is the most competitive. If everyone who's nominated accepts it, it'll be the most competitive LISSA election that I think we've had in LISSA history.
Yeah. Yeah.
As in, there's more than one person per position.
Yes.
Wow.
So, happy days.
Nobody is running unopposed this year. So, yeah, so if you have any nominations, if you want to run for an office or you think there's someone else who would be good for an office, go ahead and get those nominations in before Wednesday. And then anyone who has been nominated for a position, you will get an email, probably from me on Thursday. I need to make myself a reminder to do that. But you'll get an email on Thursday letting you know what position you were nominated for and how many people nominated you. That way, like in case you were nominated for 2 different positions, you would know how many people had nominated you for each one. And then you'll have a few days, and you'll have until Sunday to write back and say you'll need to confirm which position you want to run for. You can run for as many as you want, as many as you've been nominated for. If you want to run for all of them, you can. If you want to write back and say, no, I don't want to be the president, but I want to run for secretary, that's fine. But whatever position you want to run for, you'll just need to write back and confirm that, and you need to submit some kind of campaign statement. So some kind of like, I don't know, a sentence, a paragraph, if you want to, film a little video, something saying why you want to run and why you'd be good for that position. Do what? I really want someone to do a video too. I think it should be a Hannah. Everyone else.
As long as there's like a person kissing a baby.
Yeah.
I would vote for them.
We got multiple people running for positions. It's pretty competitive. You've got to do something awesome.
If somebody wins more than one position, do they just have to do it all?
I've never had that.
Like I said,
this problem. Yeah, what if you get elected?
This is uncharted water for us, so I'm not sure what the protocol
if you get elected to more than one?
Like a runoff? I don't know.
Or do you get to choose, I guess? If you get elected to more than one, you choose, and then maybe whoever was like runner-up to the next other one. Yeah, you can't have 2 positions.
Or if there are 3 people running for it.
Right.
Hi, Tori.
Yeah.
So,
right. So anyway, and then, so next Monday, the actual elections will be open. Someone will get another Google form that will have all of everybody's campaign statements in there and everyone who's running for each position. So make sure you go and vote. Voting is open for anyone, the public. So anyone, and nominations are too. So faculty, alumni, anybody can nominate and vote. And that'll be open for 2 weeks. So by April 17th, we should know who the new officer board is.
And then they'll transition in.
Right. I guess we need to schedule a meeting for after April 17th as well. I think we need a meeting before the end of the semester.
Sounds really
early.
But do we have time to talk about what day we should hold the meetings on? Since we've done a little bit of everything at this point.
Sure.
New people online. Do you like? How do you feel? Hey, Nayla. How do you feel about doing it on weekends? How do you feel about doing them late at night? So like after 8 o'clock, or during them? I think our original time was around 3 or 4 o'clock during the weekdays. The late night meeting wasn't well attended.
It was like 3.
Yeah.
Hardly anybody left. There wasn't even the people. Nobody was in person. The people online were like people who were usually here in person that just went home and watched online.
Right. There are 7 people online right now. Weekends in the later afternoon were best. I like this time.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then that'll be something good to recommend then towards.
Maybe like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
The people that like this time, is it the day also that you like, or just general
Weekend.
late afternoon weekend?
Would like a Friday or Saturday afternoon be?
Okay, so Wednesday.
Later on Sunday.
Saturdays and Sundays, I come in live.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's good to know.
Sunday afternoon. Okay.
Or Saturday.
Depending on if it's football season.
Who's
Who's playing?
Okay. Alright, so let me think about that. Yeah, I think this is probably like the best to end it. Just now. Okay.
Noah, will it be a problem for you in terms of getting us WebEx access if we hold them on the weekends? I know tonight was kind of a special occasion anyways, but.
I think we could figure it out.
Okay.
We could figure it out.
Okay.
I think we may need to just push with IT about getting us an account.
It may have more weight coming from you, Noah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you just tell me who to contact, I can send them an email or something.
Oh no. Oh no.
Is there no way to?
It's a little
I'm gonna
hit the X to on the right. Go up. There you go. Click
Will
it.
that stop it though?
It should.
No, it's still gonna restart in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pass myself credential privilege.
Will that save the meeting?
It should.
It should go hide.
Well, it might pass it to
I
Allison.
can't. I want to, but I can't see myself.
And you can hide it at the bottom.
I'm trying.
Can you drag it
Sorry.
around?
I'm not letting go.
Well, while we're doing this, I'm gonna get some
We'll let you move it out.
Time out. Hold on. Crisis. I'm trying. All right, here we go. Everybody go back. Oh. Am I the presenter now? Can we all still hear? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Quick timeout. I've got to move all of the equipment over here. We're gonna leave.
Yeah. Get some of the fire.
Don't eat pie. One had to have some. Everyone, can you hear us? Okay. Well, it's about to get a lot quiet in here, guys. Sorry. Oh, that was a great place to stop the camera. Turn the camera on here. Beautifully timed technology. Okay. Can everyone hear us? And can everyone see us?
Yes and yes.
Okay. All right. Continue the meeting.
Okay. Okay, so events coming up. News. We've had some requests for a Greensboro meetup. And our question is, I guess, how much interest is there in having a meetup in Greensboro? And like, yeah, as far as, because I guess we had thought about it because we have the meetings every month, but, I guess there's some interest in just a more social get together. So if there's interest and people would attend, like what types of events would people like to see for a meetup, and is there anyone interested in organizing a meetup in Greensboro?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be minus Lucas. Sorry, Lucas. It's going to be the people in this room, isn't it? I mean, it's potentially other students.
Yeah, because I mean, we have, I don't know, I think the last time we looked at, like, our demographics, we have a lot of online students who are in the Greensboro area. It's just that they, like, work full-time, like, a lot of the school library students, that are near here, they work during the day.
I mean, I think there's a lot of people that wanted meetups in the Greensboro area, Allison's saying, according to her survey. So, I mean, I don't mind organizing one, but I don't know if we want other members, not picking on you, Dayla, or Tori, but like, or Greg, since you were the ones in the room. But, I mean, I'm more than happy to plan something. But it would just be another LISSA officer planning another LISSA event. I guess is my only concern.
Would there be more interest?
Kristen, are you saying something, Kristen? Kristen, are you trying to talk? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Your head came up on my computer. That's the only reason. I'm sorry.
So usually, would it be more? People might be more interested if it was like
someone different.
Another student, yeah.
They don't normally hear.
Hey guys, this is Janet. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Janet.
Hey, I just was going to give you a little feedback since we had the Charlotte meetup last Sunday. It was a beautiful day, and it was just, it was really nice. It was very low attendance. It was just the three of us, Kristen, myself, and Sarah Fetzer. She works full-time for Charlotte Mecklenburg Library, too. So, so that was kind of nice. I mean, like I said, it was, the meetups to me are kind of like low risk. You know, if you're the only one that shows up at the brewery or one other person, it's not like, to me, it's not a success or failure.
Right.
So I almost wonder if, like, LISSA should have just a position that schedules meetups, or, you know, there could be one pretty frequently, I think. I don't know. And I'd be glad to come to Greensboro from Charlotte. So that's my 2 cents. Anyway.
I mean, it really doesn't have to be anything.
Like an event coordinator.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are doing more events, period.
Yeah, what if it was, what if it was like a committee? What if we have like an events committee?
When, like at the beginning of the semester when we're flipping out.
And I think also it can just be purely social, you know. I think that the thing in Asheville is really great and it sounds interesting, but it doesn't even have to be, you know, it was just nice to talk to Kristen and get her perspective on the program and what she's doing, and just a really casual. I liked that part of it. It was just real casual.
So Allison said, I think it would be ideal for someone off the officer board to plan something. Kristen Lempowski said, yeah, it was a small group in Charlotte, but it was great. Allison mentioned maybe a social committee. I think it's written in the Constitution as a piece of the first year rep. So yeah, that might actually be, that would, yeah, I mean, Melissa, Allison, do you feel like that's something that, as first-year representatives, I know you're kind of getting used to the program and campus and all the new stuff, but do you think that's something that could be worked into?
I think it could. I do think, at least for the first, like, semester, if you're planning things, you're definitely going to need a little help.
Sure.
Especially if, like, your main campus and just trying to get the hang of things.
So if we did like an events committee, maybe they could chair it, and then have people help out.
Right. Yeah, I would think maybe if there were like 3 or 4 people.
Like a second year.
Right. I think it would be helpful to maybe have someone on campus and at least someone distant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of going off what Janet said, I agree with Allison had mentioned that it would be nice if somebody off board stepped up to the plate. I just don't know that that's going to happen.
Well, I think if you opened it up,
like put out an announcement.
Yeah, because then you're getting people who are self-selecting to do it.
Okay.
If you're just
I'd be happy to throw my name in the hat.
Okay.
Like,
Janet, you're not even from Greensboro.
Well, that's what I mean, and so it may not work out, but I've got next year. Then I'm graduating May 2019. So I mean, you have me for the whole school year.
True.
And we could just do like call it monthly meetup or something like that. I don't know. But you're saying someone in Greensboro may be better, and that's fine. I can just help out.
Well, I just love that you're all about it. I love it.
All about the socializing.
I think we had a lot of interest from people in Greensboro wanting to attend meetups, but from what I kind of sent out a call, which is how we kind of organized all the different meetups in the different areas, and I think what happened is nobody just really volunteered for that, but maybe we do have some new students who came in this semester that might be interested, so if you want, I can kind of do that again. I don't mind taking that on.
I don't mind. I can send something out real quick saying that there's an interest for a Greensboro student meetup. Email LISSA if you're interested, or do a quick Google form and see if anybody gets back to me in like 2 weeks, and if they don't, then
interested in attending or planning?
Planning. And then if nobody's interested, maybe Janet and I can put our love of breweries together and pick a brewery.
Yeah, and I'm thinking too, I don't know if this is something that would work, but what works for me as far as my schedule is if we did like second Sunday, or we called it something like that, where you just know consistently.
Yeah.
And people can kind of plan around it. I mean, that and Sundays may not be a good, but and then we can just spread it around the state a little bit.
Mhm. It's a good idea.
You could have satellite, like volunteer coordinators.
I would
Someone out
chime
of
in.
Charlotte, someone out of Durham, someone out of Asheville, all working the meetups in those areas,
Mhm.
so that they're like they have a role in it.
Yeah, I mean, Allison.
We could be like ambassadors for LISSA, like you have like a Charlotte ambassador, a Raleigh, someone farther out east, or.
We'll hang out together anyway.
Yeah, right.
I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, if you made a committee, you could have somebody from each main like hub area. Like, if you had somebody from Raleigh and someone from Charlotte and Asheville and Greensboro, that's 4 people.
Mhm.
And if you had people self-select, I think instead of just assigning it to like the first year reps, because what if they're not people who like to go out and socialize all that much? There might be another reason why they wanted to be a first year rep, I guess. You know what I mean? Like, they might,
But I think maybe having a committee then in that
right,
capacity.
but if you made it a committee and said like, hey, we need one person from each of these cities who wants to plan social events.
I just want to address real quick. Yeah, Darlene, I think Allison might have already answered your question. There was a really successful Raleigh-Durham Chapel Hill meetup in February. It was around Valentine's Day. But I think they might be planning another one. I don't know that they're planning any more for the rest of the semester, but they may be planning one for next fall semester.
Yeah. And summer is free game if people want.
And summer too, yeah.
And it have to be during school.
Yeah. But yeah, that stuff usually we'll put it out through Greg, so we'll be looking for your emails from Greg. We've just really started utilizing the LISSA. Spartan Connect has a way that we can email people that are in our Spartan Connect group, so as long as you are an official LISSA member through Spartan Connect, we've started sending emails out that way too. And of course social media. So for the Greensboro one specifically, I'll give it 2 weeks. I'll see if I hear back from anybody, and if I don't, we'll just pick it's a brewery.
Is that going to be enough time to plan something before the end of the semester, though?
Well, I mean, it's literally just going to be, hey, we're drinking beer at this brewery if you want to come hang out for an afternoon. Or a tea shop, or wherever. Darlena, I will put in the link to Spartan Connect along with the YouTube video. For you to become a LISSA member, you have to join LISSA through Spartan Connect. So let me get you that information.
That you can use for free, just like reserve it, and like couches and coffee.
Nothing wrong with t-shirts.
We do like a coffee and tea, and they go straight to. That's the cream for public library too.
Central. Downtown branch.
Actually, Joe's is moving down there. It's like right.
Yeah, they're the upstairs too.
I don't know. That's a great question. Do you have to renew each year to become a LISSA member?
On Spartan Connect?
Yeah.
No, you just stay in it.
Yep.
No, once you're in there forever. We actually have to specifically go in and take people off of there when they graduate.
Okay.
Because they just stay there forever. So. Yeah.
Oh, that is not UNCG. That's YouTube.
Hotel California.
Sorry.
No.
All right. Darlena, if you see that Campus Labs URL, that's where you can join LISSA. If you have any questions about how to join, that YouTube video walks you through joining step by step.
Tells you everything.
And tells you everything you need to know. And Hannah created it.
I can make your campaign video.
Okay. I really like Janet's idea though of like doing the second Sundays thing.
Right. I think if it was laid out to where people could plan around it, and it would be like so much easier to promote.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It might be a lost cause this semester, but I think again over the summer and then into next year would be definitely doable.
I do want to chime in because this is something we talked about in the fall when it was first starting up with the meetups, and it was kind of decided then that we should also, if we're going to do recurring things, we should offer more than one, because if it's just a weekend thing, because like lots of our students have Monday through Friday jobs, but a lot have weekend work, and so if we just do Sunday afternoons, that's gonna make people who are like in the program working part-time in the library during the day and bartending on the weekends, they're not going to be able to go to anything ever. So I remember we had talked as a group in the fall about like trying to do like a Thursday evening fun thing and then like a weekend, like if we were going to do things, we had talked about having like 2 recurring options at least to make sure that like there are possibilities for different people.
And I still think
we also talked about it being really dependent on like the area's needs.
Right.
So I think these are also still things to consider, and maybe if we're allowed to somehow access information or poll people, it would be like a year by year sort of.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think too we weren't sure how successful these would be.
Right.
Period. So I mean I think there is enough interest in general though to warrant going forward with some.
Yeah, and I'm not saying not go for it. I'm just saying like we should stay mindful that not everyone's free on the weekends, and the weekends are really hard on like half the students in the program.
Right. All right, well stay tuned on that.
Okay. All right. So I just wanted to just make sure people were aware about just information about graduation. I think that hopefully everyone who's in the capstone knows what's going on with graduation, but I know that there's like 3 different graduations happening that day. And so I just wanted to make sure people were like clear about the different ones, and also people who aren't in the capstone that might want to go just because they have friends graduating, because I know that I usually go to the ceremonies anyway because I've been to the last several. So if on Friday, May 4th is when all of these are happening. At 10 o'clock, there's like the main UNCG commencement ceremony. That's the really fancy one. You have to wear like your robes and stuff, and it's school-wide. There's going to be, speakers, music. They're going to ring the university bell, sing songs, all that stuff. Nobody walks across the stage. There will be thousands of people there. You just stand up when they say School of Education, and then you sit back down, and that's it. So it's real fancy. If you're, I don't know, if you want to invite your family to it or whatever, you can do that. Personally, I've been there, done that, and I don't want to do it again. So, but use your discretion if you want to do that. The LIS department is having a reception at 2 o'clock, and that's like more informal. You do not have to wear any kind of regalia or anything like that. They'll have some.
Will we be doing any sort of processional like we've done at
Nope.
other LIS?
No.
Okay.
No, it's really informal. It's just going to be like snacks and drinks. I think they are going to have a couple of student speakers, and probably Dr. O'Connor may say a few words. But they're not going to be like presenting diplomas or having like saying names or having everyone walk up or anything like that.
So they're taking that part out of what we normally do.
Right.
Okay.
I believe. So it's really just kind of a gathering, I guess, to celebrate. So, and then at 5:30 that day, the School of Education has a commencement ceremony. And that one, from what I've heard from people who went last year, is really nice. That one, you do have to wear your cap and gown, but you do get to walk across the stage. They'll call your name, you'll shake the dean's hand, and they will have music. They'll have student speakers. They'll also have, I don't know, somebody important speak. I don't know, what do you call that? Keynote speaker. And then, but I've heard that one's really nice, and it also maximum hour and a half, probably even shorter than that. So
Allison mentioned it at Town Hall. Dr. O'Connor mentioned getting some extra robes in case you need them. Do we know anything else about that, if it's happened or is happening?
I think she said, like, you have to contact her personally to see if you need, like, if you want financial aid for that.
Okay.
Right. I don't have the specific details about that. If you would like to attend one of the ceremonies and you need a gown for it, but you're that's a financial difficulty for you, I would contact Dr. O'Connor, because she did say they may be able to purchase some gowns and then keep them there. Yeah, and that's something to keep in mind too. I guess if you're buying a gown and stuff and you don't want to keep it after the ceremony, you may want to consider like donating it to the park for future students.
Well, for LIS students who are doing like academic libraries and the tracks you want to go on, you want to keep those.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on where you're going after that.
It's still $90 for that.
Right.
But it's like an academic library. It's an investment.
Right. So in the notes for the agenda, and we'll post this as minutes too, I put links to the main UNCG ceremony and also to the School of Education ceremony. Both of those you have to RSVP to. I don't know if there's going to be an RSVP for the LIS reception yet or not, or if that's just you kind of show up. I'm not sure.
In the past, they send one.
Okay. I probably just so they know if you're bringing family and stuff.
It doesn't even ask that, but I just they need to know. Well, in the past they've read names and shaken hands, so.
Yeah, I don't know what.
But I'm sure Greg will need information
right,
for what to order.
Right.
And what size you need to go.
So, from what I've heard from faculty, they're really encouraging people to go to that School of Education one because it's really nice. They'll call your name. You get to walk across the stage. It's a good one to like invite your family to, and it's also smaller because it's only School of Education students. It won't be like the whole university. And then obviously the LIS reception would be nice to go to. And if you don't want to have to buy a cap and gown and everything, I would just go to that one. So, and if you're wanting to go support your students for graduating, if you're not graduating this, then yeah, find out what one they're going to. If there's a specific person, like ask them where they're going. That I would come to the LIS specific one and then the School of Education one. So.
Will the LIS faculty be at the School of Ed one?
Yeah, probably most of them. I don't know if everyone's going to be the whole one, but yeah. And there will also be faculty from LIS at the main graduation too. So if anybody does want to go to that one in the morning, like if you want to go to all the graduations, or if you want to go to that one,
all the graduations.
Some people do like it. I mean, it's a big deal graduating from grad school. So I know, like my husband is graduating from A&T the week after I graduate here, and he is going to like every ceremony he can get his hands on. I mean, I'm just going to be sitting in ceremonies all day long.
Hydrate. Don't pass out.
So, but they do have several faculty members. They always make sure there are faculty members at that graduation, so that there's people there. So you're not going to be sitting there and then not see any faculty members in the stand. Like there'll be people there. So, and they'll definitely be at the School of Education one as well. All right, and then. The Corporal Bomar Summit, or Ideal Summit and stuff. I don't know about that. Maybe Kelly does a little bit more than I do.
Yeah. So all we've got on there. It'll be Friday, April the 13th and Saturday, April the 14th. An email went out last week to the LISSA via Greg, so you should have seen that hit your inbox. It's free for students to attend. There's free lunch that Friday, and then update that I just received the other day on that is that alumni committee is they're wanting to charge for lunch on Saturday. So that's on the survey. When people fill it out, they'll see, and there's been some questions coming in towards us about that because it was mentioned at town hall it would be free for students. But the free part is to attend. I think the Saturday lunch is a little bit fancier, and I think that in years past they might have been buying way more food because people are RSVPing and not coming. So they're trying to get a handle on that, which is why there's the $20 lunch if you plan on doing the lunch. And I don't have the times in front of me. Hannah, do you remember them? They're shorter. It's like,
I think there's a
it's like 11.
Okay, so Friday is 10 to
2:30 and then it's like 10:30 to 1:30 or something.
Yeah.
Last year they were longer, but so it's more of like a mid-morning to early afternoon. And you can come to one or both days. You don't have to be at both. But you can be.
Yeah, it's like 10 to 10:30 is the continental breakfast, 10:30 to 12 is the speaker, the free lunch is at 12. And then 1:30 is a panel discussion, 2:30 is a small group. For Saturday, you have the breakfast again, a student showcase from 10:30 to 12, and then lunch at 12.
So like 10 to 3 and 10 to 2-ish. There we go. What your days would look like.
Okay. Here's the RSVP with all the details.
So I think that's everything that I had on the agenda. I don't know if anyone else has anything that they particularly wanted to discuss or talk about, or any news.
I got nothing else. Does anybody online have anything they want to throw out?
Can you hear me?
I have a quick
yes.
thing to share. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I?
That's okay. We have 2 people, so one of you go first.
Janet, go ahead.
Thanks. Quick random thing. I just this week, and it's probably not something for those here, but if you know somebody, I was a vision student in 2012 and took foundations. And then I had a little break because I decided it wasn't the right time for me to continue. I came back in 2016, fully aware that I would not finish within the 5 years at that point. So I always planned to have to take foundations again, which was like this total bummer of a thing hanging over my head. I actually signed up for foundations this summer with Dr. Moniz because I really like him. And I was like, that won't be too bad. But Monday, I went ahead and just filled out that I applied for an extension with the graduate school, and I heard Tuesday they accepted my extension. And so now I don't have to take foundations because they gave me 7 years instead of 5. So it never really occurred to me to do that because, even Dr. Bird was like, you're going to have to take it again. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So anyway, something to share with other people you may know, or if you ever hear of someone. And Dr. Bird did say she probably wouldn't have approved, any upper level course, but that the content for 600 had not changed too terribly much. But anyway, I just wanted to pass that on because I had not really known it was an option.
Sweet. That's really I mean, they have.
Yes.
I never knew that was even an option.
Christopher, were you wanting to say something?
Yes. So I wanted to discuss, it was brought up during the practicum WebEx session on Wednesday night. We had a speaker from Career Services, and as it turns out, a lot of people in the LIS program don't really know about the Career Center and the types of resources that are available, so I wanted to know if it was okay to kind of discuss that for a minute.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. So here is the website. There we go. Okay. So here you can look and see they have career coaches. You can build your resume. They post jobs and internships, all sorts of stuff. And let me put the name of the person that was speaking with us and her email. And because I used career services when I was at UNCG, I thought it would be a good thing to kind of bring up. And once you graduate, you can still use career services.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So feel free, you know, once you're an alumni and you're looking for a job, you can contact career services and they'd be more than happy to help.